Welcome to the South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Salkowski, Dustin Hassan, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Michael Germanuelian. What is going on, South Texas Amateur Golf Tour? Welcome to the Tour Power Hour Monster Day recap, guys. Really cool opening weekend for the 2024 season. Lots to talk about tonight. First and foremost, I want to talk about the Matchup Madness premiere at San Pedro. Talk a little bit about that. That is the video featuring the South Texas Match Play Challenge. We have that video is now live on YouTube and on Facebook. But talk a little bit about the premiere. I want to talk about Monster Day results. Really cool opening weekend. Monster Day, Mission del Lago. Great conditions, great day of golf. Talk about that. We welcome Chris Espinoza to the show later on. Chris is the first half of the professional team, the team to beat this weekend to try and earn some extra bonus points. And we'll talk a little bit about some of the upcoming events as we move along. Guys, it is, and I completely apologize, I skipped over it. It is 7:33 Tuesday, January 9th, the second official show of the year. Super exciting. But more exciting than that, probably for the first time in months, we got a full house tonight. We got a full house. And when I mean full house, I mean we got ambassadors and we got plenty of people on the screen tonight. You're not going to have to worry about listening to me talk. We all know how much you love that. Let's go ahead and first bring out, I guess, co-host number 2 for the evening, Travis Salkowski.
Hey, good evening. How's the audio? I had audio problems.
You're coming in clear.
Okay, excellent. That sounds good. How's everybody doing? What's up, MD?
What is going on, buddy? Welcome to the program. Tuesday, January 9th, 7:33. It's Monster Day recap. It's premiere of Matchup Madness recap. Got Chris Espinoza on the show tonight. Lots to talk about. Want to get your early thoughts on the matchup premiere, but before we do that, let's go ahead and bring in the rest of the boys. Casey Graham, welcome to the program.
What's going on, guys? MD,
Hey.
Trav.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Pretty good. Had a pretty busy day at work, but managed to squeeze in a little podcast time.
Okay,
Well,
terrific.
We appreciate it, buddy.
We love it when you're on the podcast.
I hope so.
Casey
I know my
Graham.
mom.
Casey Graham on the podcast, Travis on the podcast. I mean, who else could there be? Maybe Jason Bird if I press this button. Jay Bird coming live from the mansion.
Woo!
Jason Bird, welcome to the program.
Oh,
What up?
Wow. What is that
Very
nonsense?
It's a Jason Bird entrance for sure.
It's the hand gestures. Like I could sit
Yeah.
here and it's supposed to like do stuff like that.
The
Wow.
only thing that would have made that better is if he would have kicked us all off first. Large screened fireworks himself.
Oh yeah, could have done that.
Well, gentlemen, welcome to the, I guess technically, I'm going to call this the official 2024 kickoff podcast because we are now officially into the 2024 season.
I know,
we're
right?
recapping.
How
We got all this
crazy
stuff.
is that?
Really cool. Before we jump into anything, though, I do want to take just 2 seconds here. First, I want to recognize and give a special shout out to our 2024 partners this year. That is the San Pedro Club Repair Studio, Ben Carragher, Alex Artucci. Go check them out. Go see them for all your club needs. Mention that their partnership with the tour now, and you get 50% off your work, any work done on your club. So really, really cool of Ben and Alex to do that. Go check it out. I know I've got some club work being done this week. I'm going to show that on the show next week and show off some of their cool stuff. Big shout out to the cake
in the bag, huh?
You're like, what's in the bag? Special shout out to the Cake Place and More and Laura Lewis. If you have had the opportunity to be a part of the Cookie Mafia, you are enjoying cookies from the Cake Place and More. Laura Lewis, amazing work.
They were great at Mission Del Lago. I thought they were
really cool.
They're so tasty.
Shout out to Global Fairway Logistics and Danny Puckett. Danny obviously put together the Matchup Madness premiere event, shot that, edited, did all that work. He's going to be working with us all year on some really cool stuff. So big shout out to Danny. And then finally, Cairo Services Group, Land Improvement Services. This is Micah Carroll. Special shout out to him as well for his partnership this year. We really appreciate it. And after all of that being said and done, a very, very special shout out, special announcement. We have an official 2024 tour presenting sponsor, David Falconer and Shellaby AC Refrigeration.
Woo! It was his birthday yesterday too.
And a belated and happy birthday shout out to David Falconer. We are so excited to have him as the presenting sponsor for 2024. His passion for the tour and his engagement is just awesome, and it's going to be a lot of fun to get to work with him this year. So shout out to David Falconer and Shellaby AC Refrigeration as well.
Really excited to have Shellaby AC and Refrigeration on board. David Falconer is a tour regular. He's been there for the better part of a decade, and it's an awesome collaboration. We are so excited. When is David Falconier going to make his podcast debut? That is definitely how we need to spell his name with the pronunciation, with the pronunciation underneath. Yes.
I am going to have David probably join next week.
Oh, excellent!
As it will be an off week.
Oh,
and
terrific.
I'd love to take some time. I'm teasing it and throwing it out there actually for the first time as an idea while teasing it at the same time and taking advantage of Danny Puckett. I am considering hosting maybe like a quarterly, or maybe I'll do it every other month. And I'm calling it Cartners. And I'm going to bring out someone, whether it's a sponsor, whether it's someone who's played on the tour, been around the tour, and go play 9 holes with them. We'll play in some sort of format, have a good time, but it's going to be a golf/interview. And David is on my list.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh.
And Jason just made a really good point. That is a not local area code on that Shelby AC graphic that we just had up. Shelby AC and Refrigeration does service the tour golfers here in San Antonio. David wanted me to make sure that was communicated, that yes, tour golfers need AC up here. He's your guy.
Hey, he's the guy no matter what. But big shout out to them.
Love that.
Big shout out to David Falcon. Yay! And as our presenting sponsor for 2024. Super excited. So guys, let's talk about Matchup Madness premiere on Saturday. What a cool and really special event to kind of get to recap and kind of watch. We were so involved in playing and coaching and captaining teams. We didn't really get a chance to step back and watch it and kind of get to experience it until this moment. So, had the opportunity to go to San Pedro hosting that event. Here's just a picture. The video was actually up on a couple of the TV screens in the bar area. It was also up on the projector. Lots of people watching. Had a lot of people there. How many people did you figure we ended up having there?
It was just a touch under 80, about 10 minutes into the video. It was a really cool experience. It was on the 20-foot simulator screen over the bar, playing on the San Pedro audio. So it was just, it was all match play all the time. It felt like there was a crowd cheering. Like if a putt was made on TV, like the crowd in San Pedro would cheer. I mean, it was awesome. It was really cool. And it was world premiere for everybody. It was the first time. Jason and I, of course, saw some early audio, video editing, like what direction are we going in, that type of stuff. But it was our first time seeing the final cut as well. It was the world premiere for us too. So Danny Puckett, Global Fairway Logistics, Micah Carroll, Cairo Services partner to produce Matchup Mayhem. Congratulations, Danny Puckett, on choosing the only title that none of us can get right ever.
Is it Mayhem? I thought it was Madness.
It is Matchup. Is Matchup Mayhem. I called it Match Play Mayhem forever. There was a Bird caught a typo on the YouTube page where Mayhem was spelled wrong, and it's so encompassing. It covers them all, I guess, right?
We'll just use acronyms.
MM.
MPM. Awesome.
Match play is one word. It should be MM, right?
Oh.
But
well, there you go. We can't even conquer acronyms.
It's
either.
not match play. It's match up.
Man,
see there. That's exactly what we're talking. It's exactly what we're talking about.
We don't even know what we're doing.
It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. It was cool to see all the families there. Out of all the pictures that we took, this one was my favorite. So that is Micah's daughter in the middle, Gemma. Maddie is on the left-hand side, my daughter Emma. Those three were inseparable for the night. They were running around having a good time. They wanted to hit golf balls. They were out on the range trying to hit golf balls with Steven Evans. They were throwing around golf balls, having a good time. And then everyone else there was, there were drinks, food. It was really just fun to kind of be able to sit back and watch and celebrate with everyone. The amazing 2023 season that we had.
It was something really cool. The photo booth with the photo backdrop with the red carpet next to the 20-foot screen with the logo on it. It was a really cool setting.
Dude, and Scott ripping driver like 106. I never saw that coming.
The after parties essentially were over a mix of on the range. Steven Evans and some of the other people are hitting golf balls. Maddie and Emma and I are doing wind sprints behind the driving range, and
that's
Scotty. Oh, it was intense. Terrible. Maddie kept calling me Jason, and Steven told her like multiple times, "Hey, that's not you. His name is Mike. Don't call him Jason." And she's like, "Jason, come help me." She's like, Steven looked at me. He's like, "She's doing it now."
I'm just laughing on the Facebook page right now.
Yeah.
He was so mad. He came up to me. He's like, Steven's daughter calls me Jason one more time.
She's grounded.
She knew what she was doing. And what pissed me off more is she was calling me Jason, and then Emma turns to me and goes, "Come on, Jason." I'm like,
would you prefer Jason or Mike?
Oh, I mean, he prefers Mike over Michael. Michael.
No, I mean, but it's weird to hear either one of you refer to me as Mike or Michael because I'm so used to MD. It's very weird to hear that name. I didn't honestly think people knew my first name. But over by Ben's shop, you had Bird, Morgan, you had Kacheski, you had Danowski, you
Scotty
had
Williams was
Graham,
there.
Scotty Williams, myself. You had everyone's ripping golf balls, trying to see who can reach the highest speed, who can hit it the furthest, hit different shots. It looked like it was a really good time over there as well. So it's a really, really fun night.
It kind of was an after party, eh? I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Yep.
So that was really fun. Kaylin went out.
Yeah,
my
that's
daughter
right.
went out and hung out with Morgan for a minute.
She's obsessed with Morgan now.
She is obsessed with Morgan, which is awesome. I mean, I complained about it a little bit, quite honestly. I was like, Kaylin, chill out. We've only been gone for 5 minutes. We can't call Morgan. It's 10 o'clock on Sunday night. We can't call Morgan, you know? But it's awesome. I mean, what better than my daughter wanting to go hang out with Morgan Graff at San Pedro driving range? I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, she was hitting golf balls. She was watching and listening and talking and having a blast. And I mean, it was really cool. I don't feel like in all the years that we've ever had something like that where we got families together like that, where we had all that kind of stuff going on.
And we had an ambassador. We had the 2024 ambassador get-together luncheon beforehand.
Yep.
So all the ambassadors were there.
And a big shout out and congratulations and welcome to Brad Gilbert and Mark Kacheski joining the ambassador team for the 2024 season. So big shout out to those guys. Very, very engaged. Helping set up the course with Kacheski on Saturday morning. Brad was all over it on Sunday, first thing Sunday morning, and did pictures of the winners and stuff like that. Those guys got me energized.
Right? Yeah. Kacheski being there with us for tour setup committee and hanging out then, getting all that good stuff done day before. And then first person there, Brad Gilbert, Sunday morning. So yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, I walked in and I'm like, oh, I'm the piece of shit now. I'm showing up late.
Yeah, the only person later than you was Micah. Yeah, so it was great.
Well, he looked homeless.
Yeah,
he showed up. I was like, didn't I just give $10 to you on a corner somewhere, bro?
I did like the fireball dancing.
You give homeless people money?
I did like that.
Yeah, we
some money.
We were dressed for success. We did not play for success, but we dressed and looked friggin' great. The outfits were on point. So that's the only really positive takeaway I have from that round. But still a really, really good time. Still a lot of fun. The weekend in general was great. Let's talk about Monster Day now a little bit. Let's talk about the course conditions, course setup. How did we feel about the overall?
Yeah, you guys, you got all three of y'all played. All from the black tee boxes. Holy cow, shout out Clint Bach, Mission Del Lago golf staff, Mission Del Lago maintenance staff. I mean, I have a feeling Clint's going to be able to get those greens good this coming spring. Now, they were great. They were great for Monster Day. They were just the right amount of speed where Monster Day wasn't stupid.
Yeah. Like, and you and I talked about this, if they were 6 inches faster, that whole course changes insanely harder.
From 1 or 2 or 3 holes rolling back to you, there's 6 or 7 that are, you got to make a 6-footer plus on. Yeah. So, but it was perfect. Course conditions were perfect. Clint, awesome job. It's always awesome to be at Mission when you're there.
And it's gonna, I mean, again, I think it's only gonna get better. And Clint, I mean, you show me anyone else who works as hard and who
cares as much. Yeah, no one cares. I love that. That's awesome.
I mean, Mission Del Lago went from being one of those courses where we were like, fuck, we got to go to Mission. To like, yeah, we're at Mission this week. Let's
Right. How cool of a transformation is that to be that dude? That dude is Clint.
Yeah, 100%. And that's that's such a cool thing. And that, I mean, the greens rolled, they were a little slow, whatever, but they were great condition. I thought the whole course looked really, really good. I think it was perfect for a January setting.
So how about them hole locations?
I mean,
I love the press leak of the hole location sheet. I thought that was a really cool Facebook post.
That was a big surprise because typically Monster Day doesn't have a reveal like that. Usually
usually there's no flags in the hole.
So the cool part about one of our partners, Strakaline, is we get Straka outlines on our hole location sheets now, being partners with them. So we're able to show on the green surface, not just a circle like a standard hole location sheet, right?
Yeah.
We actually get to show now the outline of the actual green on each course that we play.
Shout out Straka, 20% off. Go to Strakaline. STX
Straka confirms.
Straka confirms you're going to get a good price.
That's on my golf ball. But I'll tell you what, you're right. We've used no flag sticks in the past. That was awesome for that moment. And and we've put zeros across the board the whole time. But it was neat to show the whole location on the Straka green, and then it had the social media press release leak. I thought that was a really, really cool Facebook post. I thought that was a really good job.
Yeah, I thought we leaked our own hole locations.
Yeah.
Whoa! I don't know who leaked them, but I think that was really cool.
Definitely wasn't the guy who spends most of his time on Facebook. I thought the course played great. Even from the blacks, I didn't think it played overly long. I think the course still played long, but I think the fairways were just firm enough. I had a couple of long second shots in. Compared to Bird and Casey, obviously I am the fourth longest hitter on this screen. And for me, I made one adjustment. on the tee box. I was hitting Danowski's driver. Danowski has a triple diamond paradigm. I was hitting just absolutely bombing it at San Pedro. And I got to the range and I had time to hit 3 golf balls before we teed off. And I made one adjustment, dropped myself down to an 8 degree, put the weight in the back, and then all of a sudden, bing, bing, I picked up like 10 yards, and course felt just slightly easier for me in that moment.
Oh, wait! Did you say you warmed up before you played? Who does that?
Yeah, what is that like?
Who warms up before they play?
This guy does. This guy does. If you'd like to go over my pre-round,
no, we can save that for a separate.
Whenever you'd like, we can trade that out.
We don't have
the fact that I didn't have.
We don't have the time.
An hour to go hit golf balls and just go through. I didn't hit a single putt before we went out. I hit 3 golf balls. I was like, "This is."
And then you get to the first tee box, and what club do you need?
Well, so I started on 15. And I'm coming in pretty cold. Bomb my driver right down the middle. Perfect. We take that drive. I hit my 5-wood. Boom. We're like 65 yards out. Go to my 60 degree. Not in the bag. And I'm like, where the fuck is my wedge? I did. We found it at Wolf Dancer. Justin texted Travis.
We found it at Wolf
exact
Dancer.
same time.
Yeah, we found it at Wolf Dancer.
Is this one of your guys' bright orange clubs?
Was that the same one that was thrown into the trees?
Hold on a second. Let me read the text. Let me read the message word for word. Hold on 1 second. It's great. It's awesome.
So I didn't have a 60 degree. And when we got to 16, and I'm like, okay, I need my 6-iron. No 6-iron in the bag.
Oh my god!
Did you find your 6-iron?
I did. Micah is buying my irons from me. My new Apex irons come in tomorrow, and Micah wanted to just use my irons through the round. So he didn't put his clubs in the bag, but he hit a couple of shots with my 6-iron, put it in his bag, and then put all of his irons in the trunk.
So I get a text message after MD's freaking out about losing his stuff. Coincidentally, a couple hours later from Justin Orsak up at Wolf Dancer, where we were the weekend prior.
Lost Pines Golf Club.
He says he sends a picture of the wedge, which I instantly
Very
know
clearly mine.
which I instantly know is ours because it used to be mine, or the shaft used to be mine, and it's a bright orange shaft with a
purple
lime
grip.
green ferrule and a purple grip, right?
Yep.
So he says, going to have a chip off with my new wedge, LOL. This was left here the day y'all were here. This has to be one of yours.
Yeah. Not long.
I think that's great.
That was part of my my
I had
list
to be
today.
there.
I went out to the SpaceX.
Yeah, I guess you had to
site.
be there. I'm sorry. I thought that was way funnier. I mean,
I
if
thought it
we
was
would have had a
funny.
picture of the wedge is so grotesquely ugly.
It is. You
It's a
shut your
lightsaber.
mouth. It is fantastic. That thing is a beast.
It is hideous.
First of all,
That's the whole
second
point.
of
The
all,
whole point is it's hideous.
That's the
no,
whole
that,
point.
I
Okay.
do not.
Can
think
you
it's
tell
hideous.
Scott
I-
Williams? Can you tell Scott Williams the correct information?
It is Wolf Dancer.
It is not Wolf Dancer. It is Lost
It's
Pines
Wolf
Golf
Dancer.
Club.
Wolf Dancer.
Oh, I thought it was Lost Wolf this whole time.
It
Lost
is-
Wolf Pines.
It is Lost Pines Golf Club, formerly known as Wolf
Wolf
Dancer.
Dancer.
Oh,
I
Mr. Bird,
was
formerly known as just Bird.
while
Yes.
I was
They
out
evolved like
today.
a Pokemon.
That was my goal today. That was on my list of things to do today. I went out to Lost Pines. I was coming from the SpaceX site in Bastrop. Stopped in
Ooh.
at new job, new fun.
Shout out Elon.
Yep.
Shout out Elon and the Boring Company and SpaceX and
Can you
Starlink.
talk to him about tour sponsorship
I'm working.
Yeah.
for next year? For next year, after
Yeah, I'm
David's
working on it.
contract is up.
But I stopped by the club today. I got my wedge back.
Excuse me, Mr. Musk. You have to wait for David Falconier.
Fucking yeah. But he would. Yeah. So I drove by we're playing, we've got a busy weekend of golf coming up on and off weekend. We're playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then you and I and Casey have a short trip next week back to Mississippi.
To the frozen tundra.
To the frozen tundra of Mississippi.
Funny Bird is that you won't be joining us. So
it's gonna be colder here. It's gonna be like 12 degrees on Monday and Tuesday. We fly out.
golf is golf. It doesn't matter the weather
I don't think that's an
conditions.
accurate statement.
Did we find out if they have caddies?
No caddies,
So we're just
and
walking and carrying.
there are no notes on Fallen Oak closing due to the expected freeze.
That's fine. I mean, worst case scenario, we're at the casino all day. Sorry about your college fund, Emma. All of that being said, we'll be coming live from hoping to come live from the golf
Ooh.
course on Tuesday
fancy.
next week.
I love
Potential live show from Fallen Oak
From the
on
ice storm.
Tuesday, potentially.
that. Okay. In
for-
preparation, post-practice session,
Post
pre-round.
3-hour practice.
I love it. Okay. I love it.
Okay, so
This
let's
guy's talking about golf festivals. I want to go to a golf festival.
It's a Festivus.
It's the Festivus for the rest of us.
It's a Festivus for the rest of us.
Can we go to a festival in Vegas, please?
I've never competed in a golf festival, nor have I ever seen marketing for anything called a festival. Now my interest is piqued.
Maybe
I
it's at
haven't
the
seen
same
anyone
time as
technically.
EDC.
send us an email about it.
Yeah, I'm always interested.
Oh,
Let's jump in real quick here, guys. Let's to stay on schedule.
let's stay on schedule. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, it's a scramble.
Bandon Dune seems to be a golf.
Bandon Dunes would be a golf. Tour Travels is a golf festival, I guess.
Tour Travels is a golf
7
festival,
rounds,
unlike
4
any
days,
other.
baby.
Unless you're one of the cool kids driving, and then it's like 12 rounds in like 7
I'm
days.
not cool enough for that.
Oh, you're currently in a vehicle. Cool
You're
enough.
currently in a vehicle.
I want you to actually know you are currently driving that vehicle. Actually,
And I've already had a discussion with Morgan about where we're stopping on the drive back to play golf.
There's a lot of stuff that
really?
he doesn't know that
Yeah.
he's just gonna have to do when it comes time.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Monster Day results.
Oh, that's where we are. Monster Day results, eh?
We are on
Okay.
Monster Day results.
Yeah.
I'd love to have. I want to start off with the pro team because they were the team to beat to earn some additional points.
Yeah, kind of a Monster Day tradition. Professional / celebrity team competes against all of the amateurs, not with them, but promotionally against them for bonus points to kick off the 2024 season. This year was 15 bonus points each for beating the professionals gross and 10 points for beating them net.
So our pro team this year, which is we're going to talk more about here when we get our guest on. But our pro team this year was made up of Chris Espinoza and Roman Ramirez, both former tour players who have announced and gone officially pro status. And they were nice enough to join us and be our pro team. Here's a picture of them. And these motherfuckers shoot 11 under 61.
61's making hay.
I'll tell you what. There was some chitter chatter leading up to the event, and those boys shut it down. I mean, it was amazing.
There was. I
looked it up, and they were 6 under through their first 7 holes, and I was like, "Dang, let's go, guys!"
I was watching them as well, and I was paying attention.
Who's their marker? Who is their marker?
Because they were former tour
They
players.
played with Seth. They played with Seth and Mr. Henry.
All right. Well, Seth is Mr. 61 himself, so I'll let it slide.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, what a connection there. But they shot a 61, 11 under. That was the number to beat if you wanted to earn some extra points. And I don't believe anyone really earned any extra points.
No, I got close.
0 bonus points distributed.
Bonus points
I actually looked
distributed.
it up. There was one team last year that got bonus points.
Yes, that's correct.
What? And do we remember? I didn't look up who it was.
I
just
assume
saw the
Casey
point.
knows.
I know who they are. I'm gonna butcher their names because I believe they are the team with the Japanese last names.
Oh,
yeah.
And they beat them net. Yes.
Correct. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher their names. I'm not gonna try to even try.
There was one year like half the field got bonus points, and that was like the difference maker for someone making the team at the end of the year, which was amazing.
I love it. Every point
that's usually the difference at the end of the year. We've had player of the year be 15 points before.
Yeah, and it was only 44 this year.
All right. Well, let's start with Fourth Flight. Let's look at our Fourth Flight winners.
What is that?
I love Fourth Flight. I love starting on the back end. I love that.
So,
who's doing the recap? MD's doing it?
I could do it.
I love it. I told Jason.
I only do everything else.
Wow.
I told Bird to be prepared for it because
I did not prepare. I thought we were going to play Guess the Fourth Flighter because I was.
What a great bit that would be. Would that offend anybody watching if we put up a rando?
No, we're going to do that.
A rando third flighter, a rando champ flighter.
Yep,
So here is your Fourth Flight net 2 under 70.
All right, who we got? Let me see if I can name them.
Woo!
Oh, it's Kevin Tennyson and Rudy Fuentes. I know them.
That one was kind of a tap in. That was easy.
Good job.
Tap it in.
But a great start to the season for them. Getting a win early, net 2 under, very, very solid. So congrats to them on their win. I had a conversation with Kevin Tennyson where I was like, "Hey, we need to partner up this season." He's like, "I'm in." So
I love Kevin Tennyson. He his personality to me is a lot
The
like
fact that
Dakota.
that dude has a 1-year-old granddaughter blows my mind. I just call him Grandpa now.
His person, I know it looks like he's 29. His personality is just so fire me up. He reminds me a lot of like Dakota Elber's enthusiasm and like, hey, let's go. I love that.
Fourth flight net got close, but not really, to our pro team, shooting a gross 7 under 65. Name these winners.
Oh, I got it. So does Jason. Jason's got it too.
Oh, and I apologize. I completely misread.
You got them backwards. But it's okay. They were interchangeable. They were both dashed out right there. They finished 1-1 in each of them.
I read their number backwards. They shot a plus 375.
These are the gross winners, and this is the gross winners. Of course, Dale Beavers and Tim White, of course.
Jordan Beavers.
And then we had Kevin and Rufu, as we call him on tour, winning the net victory cookies.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, and they played with David Falconer.
Falconier. So congratulations.
Except Falcon is one syllable. It's just one. Falcon. Oh, you can't do it. Falconier.
We're never going to not have fun with that name.
I know. It's the best. Oh,
it's amazing. Okay. Coming in first place, third flight.
Oh, third flighters.
On the net side, shooting a 4 under 68. Name that team.
That's David Thomas for sure.
And his partner, Jared Freeman.
Did not know that guy.
And that was close. That was within 7 of the pro team. That was within 7. David Thomas, if you're watching, did you leave 7 out there?
We all left 7 or more out there. Good Lord.
I'm telling you, I was like 18 strokes away from shooting a 61.
Yes,
My
they did.
Did not leave 7 out there.
Yes, they did. David and Jared left a couple out there. Now listen, they won. No disrespect at all. Oh, look, he replied.
Said no.
Definitely not.
Said no. Played out our ass. Sorry, bro.
That's awesome. I love that. That's great.
Okay.
Nope. Did you leave 7 out there? Heck no. Played great.
Nope.
Third flight gross, finishing plus 2 over 74.
I love this pairing.
One of these men is about to be the proud owner of a lot of Tiger Woods clearance Nike apparel.
That's Art Mason and Ed Mitchell.
That is correct, Jason Bird. Woo! 2 over 74 from the Blue Tees. Third flight from the Blue Tees was stout.
That was pretty long.
I mean, it was long. 74 is a great score. That third flight leaderboard went 74, 75, 76. 3 people at 77. So it was tight up there in that flight the whole day. Really cool. Congratulations, Cookie Mafia partners in third flight there.
Yep. Jumping into second flight. Second flight winners with a net 7 under 65. This one, I mean, I feel like this one.
I mean, that's close. That's within 4. That's the closest.
Close. That's Dakota Albers and some other dude.
Forrest Allhouse.
That's Forrest.
I now know his name. I'll remember this forever.
Stand by.
Caddy extraordinaire.
Stand by. This is a. Oh no, I'm sorry. Never mind. Not a stat. Forget
Don't
I'm talking.
Stand by. Leave.
Just. Congrats to Dakota. Congrats to Forrest on their win, continuing their streak. Played amazing last year, and they are keeping that trend right along going. Jumping into second flight gross with a 1 under 71. Very easy team to identify.
The Hoyos.
Ooh, a little row back action.
Oh, gotta love the row back. That would be the Team De Hoyos. Again, 1 under 71. great playing. Again, every time they partner together, they always play really well. And that's
there were 2 eagles made all day. They had one of them. They had 1 bogey and 1 eagle, 1 under.
So the other eagle is Brad Huey and Sando?
Way to ruin it, Bird.
That was a trivia question. Dang it, Bird.
God.
Well, they did it right in front
ruined
of
something
me,
for us.
so
Shock.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Second flight, pretty stout.
How incredibly consistent is 9 pars on the front 9 and 7 pars on the back 9? Bogey on 10, eagle on 15.
Wow.
Best mustaches on tour.
That's Dakota and Forest.
So what does that mean? Does that mean the putters were not
ham and egg.
Or that means that the putters were amazing because the hole locations were ridiculous.
That's true. I mean, they got a couple pars on some tough holes like number 6 and number 4. Really tough pin locations. So,
well, congrats to them. Great playing. And jumping into first flight now. First flight net. It was a little bit closer in that pairing, or in that group, but shooting a 9 under 63 for net win first flight. Who is it?
I have no idea who that is.
I'm getting there.
Neither.
Hold on one second.
That must be a newbie. I love newbies.
That is 63. That's the closest to the pros we see all day, right? And
there's another team that's 10, but
they won on the gross side. You're correct.
Yeah.
Well, that was close. That's within 1. I guess I didn't even look at the gross winners on the net side. This is the net team of John Martinez and Tim Peterson pictured.
So great playing by them. Lots of birdies, couple of net eagles out there. I mean, that's a good way to get it done. So shout out to them. Congrats on their win there.
Double cookies for Tim. Double cookies.
Double cookies. Shooting a net 10 under, but a gross 6 under to win first place on the gross side.
That's from the blacks too. That's not from the blues like some stroke play events in first flight. That's Monster Day from the black for first flight, and it's the same score that won champ flight, right?
This is Peterson, and I apologize, guys. This is Tim Peterson and John Martinez. I screwed up. This is your pairing that won on the net side. The previous picture was Alan Valancourt and John Hunter, or Hunter John.
It's Hunter John. Yeah. It's Hunter John.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, 2 first names. Can't trust him.
Hey, Hunter John, how you doing?
I love it. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So this is Tim and John. Forgive me. I'm sorry.
See, I believe him because I don't know who these people are.
Yeah,
all people I didn't know anyways.
There was a lot going on at the
I love seeing new faces.
Mission Del Lago scoring area at that time.
Now we jump to champ flight, shooting a net 9 under 63. These scrubs.
Woo!
I know those guys. I played behind them.
That is Sir Bradley Huey and Jason Sandoval.
A squad
playing slow because they're playing good.
Yeah, squad playing slow.
I'm sure it wasn't their fault, but yeah.
A 9 under 63. Congrats to them on their first win of the season.
Jason Sandoval back in the Cookie Mafia for 2024.
Back in the Cookie Mafia, and now, I mean, this isn't that surprising.
No, this is great.
This is a team that you expect. 6 under 66. Gets old. Dustin Weldon and Sean Vidal.
That's 13 feet of tour golfer right there, in case anybody's wondering.
Sean Vidal getting a well-deserved, but not by choice, I think, really break from golf for a couple of months. between surgery and missing the team and that kind of stuff. I know he was super disappointed, but bouncing back from surgery, healthier, feeling better than ever, and it showed in that round. And Dustin, continuing to be Dustin Weldon, and that partnership is probably one of the most difficult partner groups to beat out on tour.
This is a really cool story. Sean had reconstructive knee surgery. He's more machine than man now. And there's my Star Wars quote of the day. And this is his first tournament in 2024, obviously, right? And the first tournament post knee surgery, I believe.
Yep.
No, that's not true. He came back. He missed Willow. Came back for a couple.
He missed Willow.
Oh,
yeah,
but
he played 2 or 3.
But it was quick. It
was a grind.
He got some rehab time, and he made it to the tour championship, the top 36, and just missed the horse race by a couple slots. I think it was 4 slots. And
yeah, it was pretty close.
And this was the 10th South Texas Match Play Challenge, right? And Sean's been on 8 teams.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy.
It was gut-wrenchingly to go through that and watch him go through that. And it was awesome to see him back in victory lane, picture in front of the banner at Monster Day, back in the Cake Place and more Cookie Mafia.
If that doesn't make a statement, and I don't know what else does.
This is such a cool story. It is as cool of a story as Roman and Chris.
And we're running slightly behind, but we are going to get to Chris here in a second. I do want to show the top 10. It's first match. It's the first event of the season. Once we get to stroke play, once we get to match play, points are going to be very, very different. But here is your current top 10 right now. Bunch of ties at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, I love it. This is certainly the easiest point standing to formulate, right? No bonus points, right? Assigned for beating the professional team. So it's straight blocks of 10 for 120 golfers. Yeah. So if you won, you're T1 right now.
You're in the top 10. So
Awesome.
that's all I'm going to say about that. So that being said, congrats to everybody who won this weekend. Congratulations on being in first place.
Do we have
Try to hold on to it.
a victory cookie?
I do. Give me one moment here.
I think
Shout out to any of the teams that did not beat me. Gross.
that's also a good story. Maybe the third best story of the day. There they are. Those
are cool.
And they're 3-dimensional. The claws kind of came up.
Yeah.
She
had them leveled a little bit.
It was really cool. I really like these. We've had monster trucks before. I love those too.
Maybe
I like the monster claws.
I love
really cool.
these. Laura Lewis, Cake Place, and more just keep getting better and better.
So without further ado, we are running a little bit behind, but let's go ahead and welcome Chris Espinoza to the program. I'm going to hop off. I'll be in the background. I don't want too many people on screen. I'm going to let you guys talk a little bit, but welcome Chris Espinoza to the program.
Hi, guys.
No, bird jumped off. There you go.
Oh.
Chris, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, man. I just got home from work, to be honest. Had a long day of camps, and then
Yeah, you got the junior.
here I am
camps
now.
right?
Yeah. Got the junior camps
thank
going.
Thank you so much for rushing home to be on the
Oh,
podcast tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for spending your time with the tour this past Sunday at Monster Day. And I appreciate it so much. And I know MD set that up with you and Roman, and it turned around quickly. And it turned out to be awesome. Full field, sold out shotgun. And you whooped them all. And congratulations. It was awesome. And
Thank you.
I just wanted to say that before we let Casey get rolling on questioning.
Oh, yeah. Thank you all. Yeah, it was an honor. Privilege for MD texting me I think a couple days before to invite me and Roman to play in the event. And it was very fun. We got to play with Seth and his dad. That was really good company also. So we're very happy with that. And it was a good day. Very good day. Very relaxing, fun day with all 4 of us.
I mean, you guys certainly made it look easy.
Yeah. I mean, I think somebody asked us that day how we did it. And I said, I think we just got the ball rolling. We just got in the flow, me and him. So we just took it from there.
I mean, let's before we talk about Monster Day. I mean, so obviously you were part of the pro team this weekend. Can you tell us about when you officially went pro? What kind of led to that decision? Obviously, you're coming off of playing on the tour for many years and you know, kind of doing all of that, and now moving into the professional side of it. Talk us through that change and that decision, and kind of what the goals are there.
Yeah. So I verbally made my commitment to be a pro. I believe in October. So I just got done playing my last amateur event in Houston, and it was a big step for me becoming from amateur to pro. But my last one was it's right after October, and then into October or later in October, I made the decision to turn professional. It was a long decision, a very long thinking decision. It was a lot of hours thinking about it. To be honest, I think the only person I talked to most was my dad. Me and my dad best friends, and that was the one guy I wanted to talk to about it most. And we decided to maybe verbally committed just before November, just before the San Antonio Open. So the San Antonio Open was my very first event as a professional, and that's kind of how I started going. But just with that, with me turning professional, it was a lot because I think somebody put it the best was if you feel ready, and just jump right on it. You know, I think that was kind of the
and that seems like a good course. I mean, it's a course you're super familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tournament that's really well run by guys who know what they're doing. The purse is pretty good, and you know what you get at Cedar.
Yeah.
How did? Was there a reason you chose Cedar? Was it more time, or was it that I made up a word in Matchup Mayhem, comfortability? Was it that being comfortable at Cedar just made sense?
Yes, I felt more comfortable with it. I played the event last year as last year with one of the players. I forgot his name, but I did play it last year as an amateur, and I felt actually pretty comfortable playing it. Even playing it this year on the tour when I was an amateur. So I thought it would be a good first step to go in there first as a professional, to get my feet kind of wet, to kind of get my my professional tournaments going from that route.
How'd you do? Did you cash a check?
No, unfortunately, I did not cast a check.
I didn't know. I honestly didn't know. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No worries. Just for it, I was eight from the check, but you know, my dad was there the first day. We were talking about it, and you know, I told him, like, you know, this was actually a great first experience for me as a professional. I'm gonna have probably the worst days, and Cedar was playing very tough that week. But I just told myself, you know, first experience as a professional, this is where it's the first step, and I know from there I'm gonna learn from the first event, and going to next events, I'm gonna get better.
Oh, the weather was brutal, right? Casey, you were there as well, correct?
Yeah, doing worse. Almost last in the field, I think. In fact, I think it was the second day. It was heavy mist into light rain constantly, like 100% of the day. So unless you were kind of making magic happen out there, you really didn't want to be out there. It wasn't really worth it. But yeah, it was bad weather. First day wasn't too bad. It was manageable, but second day was, if you're not playing good, why am I dealing with all this crap?
Yeah, you might as well just leave and go do something else.
Might as well just leave after 9 and go to TPC.
I think MD and I played at TPC that afternoon. I think somebody on camera may have joined us.
Yeah, I don't know who.
I don't know who that was. Not Chris Espinoza. He was busy carding the scorecard over there at Cedar.
The grind mode over there.
I mean, that's a tough course. So as far as, you know, did you feel like, when did you first start kind of having that thought about wanting to turn pro? Obviously, I mean, you had a lot of success in 2022 on the tour. You know, what's kind of that driving force of like, I want to do this.
I love Jeff Warren's comment in the comment section. Sorry, Chris, I'm distracted by the comments.
Oh no, you're good. No, you're good.
This is Jeffrey Warren commenting on Monster Day. Chris and Roman were the professional team to beat for bonus points, competing against all the amateurs in all the flights. And Jeff Warren, we almost had them. 15 or 16 more putts go in, and we got them. And that's the definition of the handicap hole allotment. There you go.
To answer MD's question, for me, driving to myself to get to what the decision was to become professional, it was right. It was just kind of halfway through the season for me. For 2023 was okay. Like what do I want to do between? I think this was probably in July. Where do I want to be here going to next season? Okay, so I'm already thinking of next season, right? Like my comfortability, where do I want to be at? So for me, working at my job, I have a great mentor at my work named David Ogren.
And yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Played at one of his courses recently.
Oh, nice. Yes.
That's where you get the putting mirror and the string from.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes a bunch of sense.
He gives me a bunch of tips and all that. But anyways, I usually pick his brain a lot at work whenever I'm with him or we're doing camps together. I always pick his brain. And one thing I asked him, Coach, when did you feel comfortable or when did you feel like it was ready to become professional? He said, Chris, when I knew it was time once I like the last event I played as an amateur, mentally I was ready to go. Like I knew I'm ready to go professional. Like that was kind of the one thing this whole year, last year I was thinking of. Am I mentally ready to go? And once I finished my last event as an amateur, I felt mentally ready to go. That's the one that I talked to my dad about was, hey, I'm in that set now. I feel ready to go. Like this very following year, I'm going to become a professional golfer. That's kind of what I did after my last event, and verbally turned professional in November, and then played my first professional event after that.
What a cool mentor David Ogren must be. PGA Tour veteran, PGA member, top instructor in the state.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Small business owner, driving range in New Braunfels. I mean, what a great mentor. PGA Tour winner. I mean, here locally, the San Antonio Open in '96.
Mm-hmm.
That was the year with the famous David Ogren Tiger Woods photo.
Mm-hmm.
And what a great asset to be able to chit chat with him every day, overhear him instruct on the driving range every day, talk to him about balance sheets and agents and sponsors. I mean, what a cool asset to have, Chris. That is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, he's been a really good mentor. I remember I met him in 2019, and then to now working with him, he's just shown me a lot of stuff. Just him when he was on tour, and just him, this even with mental game. I think my mental game with golf now, even when I was an amateur too, was 100% better after I met him. I mean, he's such a great guy. He's I got to know all his family too. So I mean, they're really great people, and I'm very humbled to have him just with me on this journey right now for me.
Oh, shut the front door. Scott Williams was at La Cantera in '96.
Oh, wow.
That is awesome.
1896?
No, 1996. And the South Texas Match Play Challenge and Matchup Mayhem, the documentary of the South Texas Match Play Challenge, played at High Meadow Ranch in Magnolia, designed by David Ogren. I mean, it was just amazing. Such a cool asset. Such a cool guy. Amazing ball striker. I remember watching him hit balls in the simulator at San Pedro in 2017. He was the director of instruction with the Trail for a while when I was the GM at San Pedro. And watching him practice, like really practice in the simulator, it was so cool because it was one line. His dispersion was like, it was just tracing lines. It was awesome to watch.
Mm-hmm. It's actually awesome because I actually got to go with him to TPC this last year and just watching him play from I believe it was like just one back from just one up from the tips, and golly, his ball striking is just phenomenal. I wish I could get close to where he has, but yeah, he's a really, really great player still. Believe it or not, he's still a great player.
Yeah.
Sneaky good.
I love him. Next year, Chris Espinoza, David Ogren has been the pro to beat before at Monster Day. I'd love to see Chris Espinoza, David Ogren next year. No disrespect to Roman. No disrespect to Roman. You represented this past Sunday. But David Ogren and Chris Espinoza would be an awesome team at Monster Day next year.
That'd be a lot of fun. Casey, you're awfully quiet. Any questions I know you're writing stuff down.
Oh no, yeah, I was just kind of listening to the stories and letting him run through the little spiel there, and I did have, going back to Monster Day, I know you and Roman played pretty flawlessly, 11 under, no bogeys. Mm-hmm. But was there a moment during the round where you almost had a bogey, where you're like, oh my God, we have a 12-footer for par or something like that? Or did you just stick darts all day?
For the most of the part, we did stick darts all day.
Damn.
Not to be cocky and all that, but yeah, we did stick darts.
I had them good. They didn't show up to dish out them bonus points.
No, but yeah, we had a goal in our head. I think Michael Carroll talked to us before we started. He's like, "What's the score you're gonna shoot today?" And we're like, "Oh, we're gonna shoot 16 under." That was our goal today, or that day, to shoot 16 under to get close.
So what you're saying is you left 5 out there.
Well, we left 2 eagles out there. They just broke up the hole, and then we lost to 2 eagles, or not 2 birdies. 2 birdies. So we just missed it by that much.
Wow.
All right. I think that's great. And you started on the 8th hole. What the 8th hole play from back there?
If I remember, it was like 190s. If I remember, it was cold too.
It was close to 200, cold. 100% carry. That flagstick was 2-2 front right.
Yes.
What, 4-iron? That early, that cold?
Yeah, well, I hit 6. I don't remember what Seth hit. I think not Seth. I'm sorry.
Seth had a pitching wedge.
Oh, I think he had a gap. I think. Ooh, he's pretty good. Roman, I believe, had a 5-iron to the green. He just stuck it within 4 feet or so, and then we just made the birdie from there.
Dang.
To answer Casey's question, we did have a hole where we actually were looking maybe had a bogey, and that was our last hole of the day. So we're on number 7, and Roman didn't hit a good drive. I believe he went the trees on number 7. So I have just one, and the wind's just left to right hard. So you can't go left. There's water, and right's just not even play. But I block it to the right because I wanted to be in play, and I block it too far right, and we're actually behind number 4 to green. We're way back there in the back. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, that was probably the worst I've had all day. And I think we're looking at around 221 into the hole and into the breeze hard. It's like when that 20 gust came in. And I told Roman goes in the water, blocks to the right, and then it's just left for me. I'm like, man, let's just get 70 yards out. And I put it 70 yards out. We got on the green, and there was a taunt where we're thinking like we're gonna probably come up with a boat again this hole.
Is that your only green miss?
Yeah, that was our only green we missed. Yes, that was the only green we missed all day.
Wow, that's awesome.
The 18th hole, yeah. So there was a little nerves that we felt because just into that last hole, just how play will go.
They started on the 18th. They started on the 8th hole. Chris and Roman started on 8. They birdied 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15 to start.
Jeez.
And then going into the green, I think we're looking probably, I don't know, like a 25-footer, 20-footer left for par. And Roman, yeah, we're still not that far. We're still a little far back. And I just went up to Roman because Roman played it from first all day. So he wanted to get a good line and see what I can do. That's kind of what we did most of the day. It's kind of he goes first. He beats more a precise person. I'll be more a go at it person. So he went first. But before he went first, I told him, hey, Roman, played good so far all day. I gave him a man hug. I try to be the good partner with him, kind of be a good teammate, kind of pump him up a little bit. Yeah. And then next thing you know is I checked his line. We make sure we're aiming to, and my God, he made the putt in for par. Long putt for par. It was one of those like Tiger looking moments where it just rolled, and at the back at the cup, it stopped and it rolled in. It just popped at the back edge, and we made that
if
par.
we're talking bonus points, you did have one shot to give.
Yes.
You had one shot to give, so clean card, bogey there wouldn't have cost any bonus points.
Mm-hmm.
So well done. Great playing. How fun is it to play a scramble as a professional? It never happens anymore. All you do is grind out practice session after practice session, stroke play after stroke play.
Yeah.
Never play recreational golf again. What's it like to play in a scramble?
I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, as a professional, I know there's a lot of, just like you just said, there's a lot of stroke play, but playing with a guy, playing with a good friend of yours, the professional, it just brings so much fun out of it too, even as a team play. Just pushing each other, you're just having fun most of the day, just with them. You're just trying to shoot the lowest score you can do. And I think that's what I like in scrambles now with that. I've done it with Jeremy Semlinger this last 2 years, and then doing this tournament the first time with the professional with Roman. I was having the best day for a long time, the best day. I liked it.
So now you don't have to tell me who, but were there ever any pressure-packed shots where one guy was out and you had to hit the shot?
Yeah, there was a couple. Me and him did have a little bit that most of the day. Like one person, and the good thing for me and him was if one person messed up, the other person backed us up. Like the other person backed you up basically. That's kind of how it's going. Went back on and off, but yeah, there was a little bit of that for both of us, but we handled it great during that whole day for each other. So.
That's awesome, man. What's next for you? What's your next event coming up, or what's the plan for tournaments this year?
So I have my next one this next month, February 28th and 29th. It's gonna be at Water Chase over in Fort Worth, Texas. It's for the Northern Texas PGA. So they usually have a thing called the Players Tour. They usually host it between January and January and March. They usually do for teaching professionals, touring professionals. If anybody's playing from like Canadian Tour or whatever kind of tour they're on, they have those hosted in Dallas. So that's my first one for this year. It's gonna happen in February, and then after that, I'm playing the mini tours for the All Pro Tour. Sorry, in April. That'll be in Brownwood, and then from there,
awesome.
the whole summer from there, it's going to be basically, or from April into the summer, it's going to be all Pro Tour events.
Awesome.
Yes,
well, Travis, any final questions for Chris? Any final comments?
I got one. I just got a text. Chris, from a viewer, ask if he feels the Am Tour helped prepare for going pro.
Yes, it did. Playing the tour, to be honest, has made my game, and I can say that from 2022 into 2023, it has helped my game a lot. And I think the tour has helped my game. I got to play with some great players too on the tour, like Stephen Evans, Sean Vidal, Dustin Weldon. I played with a lot of those guys in every tournament I played in, and I've learned so many stuff from them, like how they handle a shot or how they hit a shot, and just even with them competing against me, it has made me a better player. To where I am right now for my game, and I put kudos to you, Travis, for making this tour. I love it so much with the tour. It's helped me a lot, so just keep doing what you're doing. And I believe Texas DMD is the greatest amateur in Texas, or probably greatest amateur in Texas.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for the kind words and great playing. And it is awesome to host elite amateur competitions in the South Texas region with how big we've become, and really the home of amateur golf competition in South Texas. And to see players that are regulars on tour advance, Chris Espinoza, Roman Ramirez, Jimmy Keener, Trevor Bailey, Chase White, to see those guys play as amateurs Jackson Wolf. I'm sorry, Jackson. Jackson Wolf. We played with Jackson twice this past December, and to see those guys go from Champ Flight regulars to social media posts about grinding out practicing for professional debuts. I mean, that is so freaking cool. I love it. It's a great story. And it really says how good the competition is on the tour week in and week out. So Chris Espinoza, thank you so much for joining us. Great playing. Just amazing.
Thank y'all.
We'll make sure, and I'll text you about it, but send us links or anything, any tournaments that you're in. We'll throw them up on the page to follow along. We love supporting our amateurs gone pro. So we really appreciate
anything we can do. You tell MD what to share and represent, and we'll have the tour social media presence following you right along.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I will do that. Thank you.
Yeah, heck yeah. Great playing. Way to represent. And hey, way to protect those bonus points.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, sir.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you for joining the program. We appreciate it, and we will see you, but we will continue to watch. And good luck at your next event next month.
Thank you, guys. It was an honor tonight. Thank y'all.
Thanks, bud.
See ya.
Wow, great job! Great job on the podcast. You know, he's been on before. Not his first. Not his first rodeo on live television. You know, but great job, Chris. Clearly, when you turn professional, media training is definitely something that you get, and screen time goes along with that. I love talking about kind of some of that stuff from the operational angle. You know, swing coach. Health and fitness coach, practice regiment, logistics behind all of that, travel to and from tournaments, entry fees, sponsors, agents, representatives, social media marketing teams, all of the logistics and effort that goes into turning pro, essentially running a business, right?
Yeah, it's a business.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Well,
and
big shout out to Chris, and thank you for joining the program, and
so cool
congrats
for them
to all
coming in and shutting
winners.
the door on Monster Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats to all of our winners in the amateur flight. Travis, talk to us about open events closed, opening.
All of that's open for registration. The 2024 South Texas AM Tour ACGT division currently in full swing. Monster Day in the books. Event 1. Event 2 coming up 2 Sundays from now, a week and a half away, on the 21st of January at Willow Springs. 2-person team, best ball, alt shot, scramble, sold out, full field. Jason Bird, a field of 124.
128. We're talking about Willow.
128 at Willow.
Yeah, that'll be 7:30 first tee time, 1:30 last tee time. No breaks in between. Don't come complain to me.
Registered golfers can expect the first notice to players to come this weekend, a full week in advance. That's awesome. Second notice to players next week, midweek. Contemplating switching the flights around. Don't know yet how the breakdown's going to look, but Willow Springs sold out. 2-person team, 666, best ball, scramble, alt shot. Yeah, we absolutely can. Who's your partner? I love it. That's great. That's not how that works, though.
He's going to be single.
He's going to be a single. We can add a single to the waiting list. And your team can be added to the waiting list by emailing info@stxamtour.golf. Get on the waiting list. There's a field this big. There's always drop ads. So you're never out of it really when you're on the wait list. There's always a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. There is. There's a chance. Email for the wait list, sold out, 666. First notice to players coming this weekend. 2 events open for registration at www.stxamtour.golf, the website. Home to all things tour. Northern Hills Stroke Play, the first weekend in February.
November.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Jeez.
The brand new Par 71 Northern Hills.
Oh, I love it. No, just
22.
kidding. What's that?
Yeah, is it?
It's 72.
Yes,
There's only
it
one
is.
par 5, one par 4, or 3 on the back.
Are you sure?
Oh, unless the scorecard was written
Is
wrong.
that someone's microwave? What's going on?
I don't know.
Not me.
I thought it was feedback for me.
I
But
thought it
yes,
was you.
Someone's
That is
making
not
popcorn, dude.
It's not at Riverside. We're at Northern Hills. It's par 72. Bird and I were joking about playing Northern Hills as a par 71 and making number 17 a par 4 as the number 1 handicap hole.
I like it.
But yes, coming up
Hell yeah.
next, 2 events open for registration. The next event that's open for registration is that stroke play event at Northern Hills under the sign up tab on the website right now, and open for registration.
Followed by the big one.
My favorite event of the regular season, Triple Points, the San Pedro Match Play Marathon. That is also in February, February 17th and 18th. I'm not looking at a calendar right now, so I could be off on that.
It is correct.
Oh.
February 17th and 18th. That is also February 17th. First day of the event. We are going to have a demo day with Callaway. Be on the lookout for more information there in the newsletter for digital signups to get on for a fitting for the new Paradigm AI Smoke
Can't wait.
product.
Smoke.
Super sick.
Can't wait.
Smoke
That
you
is
want.
February
Some smoke you
4th.
don't want. This smoke you want.
February
I
4th.
can't wait to see my first smoke in person.
Seen it, hit it, love it. It's
February 4th, Northern Hills Stroke Play, open for registration. More than half full, Jason Bird. Is that accurate statement? Still
What,
room,
Northern
but,
Hills?
still room, but filling fast.
awesome. For match play.
No,
Oh,
for
no, for
Northern
match
Hills.
play or
For
for
Northern
Northern Hills?
for Northern
Northern
Hills.
Hills.
Yeah,
Oh.
Northern Hills is like 85% full. Match play, it's got 14 spots, something like that.
So match plays limited. Northern Hills filling up fast. Sign up. It's going to sell out before Willow Springs. Northern Hills will sell out before we play at Willow
Yeah, I
Springs.
think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I would agree with that.
And then match play is limited to a field of 64 golfers, 14 spots left. Once that one fills up, it's gone. 64 golfers only. And that waiting list doesn't move a lot.
No,
That waiting
it's
list
not.
also gets the most.
So,
Might have 20 people on the waiting list on that one.
so don't delay, especially the match play.
Match
The
play
match
is
play,
online only.
online only. It's the only event of the year where there's no employee, no diehard discount for the trail division because we don't know how many rounds you're going to play. So there's no way to do diehard member math on that one. But man, the match play is a grind. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday tee times, and then
I'm
right back at 7
excited.
a.m. Sunday morning. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for the show leading up to it and doing a live drawing for partners or
Oh,
first
yeah.
rounds.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a good time. Well, guys, that kind of wraps up all we had for you guys tonight. We appreciate everyone out there watching, hanging out with us. We appreciate everyone who showed up to the premiere of Matchup Mayhem at San Pedro. Check
That's
out the
correct.
links.
That is correct.
I know. I check out the link to it on Facebook. That is up. It's there to watch.
the video is exclusively on the YouTube channel, though. Is that correct?
Yes.
Subscribe
is
to the
correct.
YouTube channel as well. A South Texas Amateur
While
Golf
you're
Tour YouTube channel. Subscribe while you're there, and like and share the Facebook page, of course. I think that that freeze frame of Matchup Mayhem is Jason Bird's beautiful mug. So if you
No, I
see
fixed it.
if you see his face, that's the video.
I sent a
But,
really awesome text message in that documentary too.
It's go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. Go watch it a second or third time to catch stuff that you missed. It took me my third view to realize that the the warning about language was strictly for me in the first.
Yeah,
2
that was
seconds
the
of
only
video.
one. That was the only one. Yep, I remember watching the first cut.
I'm the viewer discretion advised.
Yes, I remember watching the first cut, and my first text message back to Global Fairway Logistics was, "Please add the disclaimer."
That's why there's not a lot of video of me on the first day, because it was a lot of words that we can't use. But thank you everyone who came out to the premiere. Thank you everyone who's watched so far. Go check it out again on YouTube. Like and subscribe on that page. We're going to have more videos and stuff coming out throughout the year. Thank you for everyone who came out to 2024 kickoff at Mission Del Lago Monster Day. And thanks for everyone for hanging out with us tonight. Shout out to Chris Espinoza and Roman Ramirez.
Woo!
Great playing as a professional team. Didn't give up any points. Guys, that's all I have. Closing thoughts for the rest of the gang here?
Hardest hole, Monster Day, hole number 10. Second hardest hole, number 6. Third hardest hole, number 3. And fourth hardest hole will shock you, hole number 16.
I believe 16, 100%.
I believe 16. So I don't know what it was about the way it was playing, but you threw grass. You're like, this is a helping win. This is a helping win. 3 of the 5 balls I watched were in the gorge. One barely cleared, and the other was short left. I didn't see anybody.
I'm sorry,
make it to that flag.
by the gorge, you mean the renovated pond on hole number 16 by
Yeah, like
Pyro
whatever that
Services
thing is.
Group?
Yes, that one. I didn't see one ball get past flag high on either direction.
Yeah. It was that I think 16 was probably the toughest.
I don't remember what the yardage was. I remember hitting 7 iron,
was
thinking this was
173,
more
I
than
think.
enough club.
It was 173.
And then downhill, downwind. So 7 iron should have been more than enough. Because I'm playing conservative because of my situation. So I'm thinking, okay, I could pound 8. No, I'll hit 7, and I'm still freaking short.
Mr. Bird,
I mean,
what was your situation?
What was
I
that?
didn't have a partner.
Mr. Bird.
I didn't have a partner.
And you
So
know
I didn't
what?
have a second. I didn't have a second shot or a partner. So I just played stroke play on the
Jason
monster
Bird
course.
just played stroke play.
I think back.
Never been
I
done
think back
Yes.
to last year when
That's
I
awesome.
texted Jason and I said, "Hey, it's been a minute. Let's get the old band back together." No, I'm playing with Pat. I'm playing with Patrick. Playing with Doc. Oh, okay.
You
cool.
asked Jason to play with you, and then Patrick no-showed?
I asked Jason to team up for the spring season last
Sounds like
year.
A squad shenanigans.
Wow. Jason
And
Bird.
he told me that Patrick had the slot, and then
Right of first
First
refusal, Patrick
freaking
DeCosimo. Okay.
Hey, he paid his invoice. He got his
Yeah,
points.
And he got his point.
damn right.
I
he
beat
should've.
2 teams, baby.
Talk about carrying the team, you know?
Oh, man. I
Just-
had a good time. I
that's amazing.
grinded it out, you know.
You had a good
It
group.
did
You're
pretty
playing with
good.
Jolly.
I'm pretty happy with it.
But
I played with Jolly. I mean, I think I did a pretty good job. I mean,
Bird,
I hit a
we are-
lot of really good shots.
Bird, can I get your verbal commitment to partner this season?
Sure.
I'm
Whoa.
I am-
stand by. Let's
I am
make it-
playing
let's
with-
make it an event.
I got Brad Gilbert, then I have Jolly Shackelford, and then I'm open after that.
That would be
I mean, that
Are we
I'm looking at my-
off Mr. Bird's presence as a partner?
That would
I mean-
Yeah, that'd be great. Who's paying my entry fee?
Hold on. Stand by. You have Brad Gilbert at the 666 coming up,
Yep.
and then it's stroke play, match play, stroke play, and then you've got Jolly Shackelford at the March Brackenridge Best Ball event.
Yes.
That brings us to the April Olmos Basin Best Ball Team event. MD and Bird together. Is that what we're hearing right now?
I'm in.
Do we have anybody in the comment section that would like to start an auction for Mr. Bird's services
Yeah,
the-
I am a great
in
partner.
the Olmos Basin Team Best Ball?
Start
Okay.
the bidding at I pay
Can we
you
pull in?
$10.
Can we pull in
I-
Aiken's comment, please? Because it's great.
I have a lot of comments to that. I didn't burn anybody, and I
That's
didn't
not
drop
the
Micah.
comment I meant either. I meant the
Oh.
laughy face when we were auctioning off
No,
Bird.
he was-
He came with the laughing face, not the first one.
No, he 100% was laughing at me.
Oh, I took that as laughing at Bird when I auctioned off Bird. Like nobody would
believe
want
he was-
Bird.
I
Laughing.
believe he
I
was
got
laughing at his own
$69.
comment.
$69, baby.
Maybe for another day we can auction off Bird. But guys, that's all we have for you tonight. Thank you everyone out there for watching, hanging out with us. Appreciate everything. Shout out to all of our sponsors, especially our presenting sponsor of the 2024 season, Shelby AC and Refrigeration, David Falconier. Man, here we go. Off weekend, guys. Riverside officially opens this weekend.
We'll all be there.
The
Ambassadors
Ambassadors
will be
will be
there
there
at
playing.
on Saturday. So if you see tour ambassadors, come up, say hi. If you play on Friday, we'd love to hear about it. I'm sure
there.
we'll have some Facebook chatter going back and forth. So really exciting weekend for our partner, the Alamo City Golf Trail. Renovating golf courses is a big deal. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of municipalities renovating golf courses. And I know the trail takes a lot of heat on social media a lot of time, but there's not a lot of cities that have what we've got in San Antonio.
I mean,
And
there's
it's pretty
no
cool.
city.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And here's to the Alamo City Golf Trail, Andrew Peterson, Kevin Molyneux, Ruben Caraveo, Joe Nunez, and the rest of that executive team opening another golf course for the citizen of San Antonio and the golfer of the South Texas AM Tour division.
So excited to get back to Riverside.
It's really cool. Cedar Creek closing for renovation. Rumor Mill, Willow's up next. So after Cedar. So Cedar's closed now, or closing now, correct, Jason? The same day as
Closes the
Riverside?
12th.
Yeah, same
Well,
day
this
as
is the day after Riverside opens or something.
day before. Something along. Yeah,
It closes
Mas
on the 12th.
and it's really
It's a
cool.
9-month project.
Renovated golf courses on the Alamo City Golf Trail. Of course, Brackenridge Park was the first in 2007, and then there were upgrades to Northern Hills and Olmos Basin's irrigation systems, and then the full renovation at San Pedro, the full
Olmos.
renovation at Olmos Basin, the full
Riverside.
renovation at Riverside, Cedar Creek closing now, and then Willow, rumor mill, not confirmed at all, pure speculation. Willow getting a facelift or a complete redo in 2025. I mean, what other city is doing for golf what the trail's doing in San Antonio?
That leaves 2 courses left, Mission and Northern.
Well, I know they want to do some stuff with the clubhouse at Northern for sure. I know that's on the radar as well. And here's my bold statement for 2024. Who needs a renovation at Mission when you got Clint Bach?
I mean, they have a nice clubhouse and everything, so I agree.
New cart path is all they need.
I agree. New cart pass at Mission Del Lago, and Mission Del Lago's freaking on point with Cedar Creek.
Yep,
They could have a pretty
agreed.
badass short game area over there too if they really put some work into that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I agree with MD. Parking lot and cart path at Mission Del Lago, and Mission Del Lago feels top freaking notch.
Yep. Lots of good stuff going on around the trail. As always, we appreciate their partnership as well. But guys, that wraps it up for us tonight. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Everyone have a good night. Have a good weekend. Get out to Riverside if you get a chance. And we will see you guys next Tuesday live from Mississippi.
Maybe live
Maybe.
for sure from somewhere.
The
So
frozen tundra.
we'll be in Mississippi. So live from Mississippi for sure at the golf course or the casino. We
Or
won't know
from a
yet.
casino table somewhere.
Yes.
But
Yes.
guys, thank you so much. Everyone have a good night. and we will see you next week.
Thank you for watching. Congratulations, Cookie Mafia winners.
Remember, don't be a fool and use multi-factor authentication.
Woo!
Get yourself Okta.